Sir?
Yes?
Can you spare a moment?
About Gregory?
Yeah, that too.
Can you tell me exactly how the accident happened?
The stone skull from up there hit Greg.
Yes, I thought so. But how could that happen?
I don't know. Greg was on his own out here. He was going to clean the facade, like you said. Perhaps he took a break for a little pee, and when he was walking under the skull, bang!
I guess the ancient stone had been weakened by the fire. It just broke off. Maybe the vibrations of the drill shook the wall, and then the loose chunk simply fell down.
You can tell yourself that if you like, but if you ask me, nothing happens here just like that. This castle is jinxed, and everyone knows it. The walls are alive. When we bricked up holes, they were there again the next day, and it was just like that with the skull. It was just waiting for someone to stand under it before it fell down. That's how I see it. Please don't be offended, sir, but I don't want to be next.
What does that mean, Steve? Are you quitting?
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir, but I should have listened to my wife. She didn't want me to work here from the very beginning. Better to work for Murray without paid breaks than in the Black Mirror Castle without a head. That's what she said, and I should have listened to her.
Steve, please, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. And if I may give you some advice, find someone to buy the castle off you. Some rich acquaintances of yours from America. And until then, don't stand still under a stone skull.
I don't know what this thing is called, but Steve has used it to drill deep holes in stone. It's big, heavy, and makes a terrible noise. Tim Taylor would say, "Ah, a real man's toy." It has a gas motor, but the gauge says the tank's empty. I should get some gas first before I lug that thing around with me. There's a whole load of gas cans here, all empty. That's a shame. But I'll take one with me. I may be able to fill it up somewhere. I'll just leave him in peace for now. Inspector, I'm sure there are a few questions you want to ask me.
But you know, I can actually predict what your answers are going to be. I know you, and I'm sure you'll have a watertight alibi.
Yeah, I was with Dr. Winterbottom anyway. Exactly as set out in my bail conditions. Ask your constable.
Bravo! A cast iron alibi. You see, I didn't even have to waste my breath talking to you. I'll just have a look around here in this big castle full of old works of art that must be worth a fortune. I'll find out what I need to know from wandering around this huge estate, Mr. Legacy Hunter.
That's enough! I'll have no more of your insults. I don't know what you're busy figuring out in that miserable little skull of yours, and I don't want to know. I'm not any old castle creeper fumbling around aimlessly and who takes the blame for everything bad that happens. I am a landowner and the master of Black Mirror Castle, a powerful lord. And what are you? A small-time disgraced cop. So get out of here, now.
Okay, Adrian.
Sir Adrian Gordon to you from now on. And don't come nosing around here again until you've got a search warrant. Wow, that was long overdue. I won't take this anymore from anyone.
I'm not just anyone, I'm a Gordon. And not just any of them, I am the only one. The last of the weakling Marcus line will be the first of the mighty Mordred line.
Yeah, from now on, I'm alone in the castle. Nobody else here. At last, I can have some peace. Nobody wants anything from me, no alibi, no money, nothing at all. I mean, apart from my ancestor, who just wants to take ownership of my body. I better not waste any more time in finding out what Victoria meant when she said all that stuff about the Menhirs. What did I just say? Nobody wants anything from me. What's that? Oh, I guess someone rang at the front door. What have we here? More mail. A letter from Murray? What does that creep want again? We will charge £100 a day for as long as the hotel key has not been returned. A bill for over £500 for 5 days? What, was I staying at the Willow Creek Hilton? Now that I live in the castle, I don't actually have to see Murray again. But I still get the hotel key. And I'd love to rub the old crook's nose in it in person. Hello, Murray.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Gordon.
Mr. Gordon. Huh. So the fact that I'm the last descendant of the famous noble family hasn't escaped you.
Indeed. The whole village is talking of nothing else.
So you will also be aware that not only does the name belong to me, but also the entire Blackmere estate.
My warmest congratulations on your wonderful inheritance. And, naturally, my sincere condolences for the loss of your dear grandmother.
Great-grandmother. And you can keep your dumb pleasantries for your tourists, the last who come and stay with you. In fact, I'm thinking of turning the castle into a hotel. A veritable Gordon's Palace. Everything here you've stolen, even the name. I could sue you for that, Murray. Is that clear? And I think I might just do that.
I admit, Mr. Gordon, we may have had some little differences of opinion. But you won't forget, will you, that I have always helped you. It was I who got you out of jail, and it is also me you have to thank that you didn't freeze to death in the woods. As you were lying there, unconscious, I sent Phil to you and got him to bring you to the hotel. As a man of honor, Are you going to repay that with a petty legal dispute?
Your so-called willingness to help is nothing more than a cynical maneuver. Someone has to put a stop to your game once and for all. Don't forget the photos from your cupboard that clearly prove you've been using blackmail to supplement your pocket money. You'd be finished if I made that public.
Mr. Golden, I appeal to our friendship.
Friendship? You're nothing but a miserable parasite that gorges itself on the blood of its host.
I've been your host for too long. Not anymore. I'll make sure you won't find another poor sap you can bleed dry. I'll become your parasite. How long do you think you can hold out against me, you worm? Huh? And I'll look on you as you're destroyed and take delight in your pain.
And one day you'll also wake up in a cellar next to dead bodies. If you wake up at all. Have a nice life. I showed him. He who will take care not to spoil my plans again. How easy it is. Just exert a little pressure, and the whole world buckles before you.
To whom could I next teach the meaning of fear? Tom? Or maybe the tattooed fellow inmate? Or the amusing old wench who always runs away when she sees me? These annoyances must be eliminated right away. I wonder why I haven't asserted myself before. To live by pure hatred.
Holy crap! That doesn't sound like me at all. More like what Victoria said about Mordred when he started to change. He didn't trust anyone and became more and more hostile. Damn. I've really got to pull myself together. There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon. Finished. The bottle is now full of water, but I wouldn't drink it. There's a whole lot of nothing going on here. How does Murray make money with all this garbage? Oh, a donations box. For the bereaved, it says. Yeah, sure. And a camera, so Murray can see whether people donate from the comfort of his own home. Various pamphlets on the history of Willow Creek. The river diversion, the old academy, skeletal finds, excavations, the dangers of swamps, and so on. Nothing really interesting there. All of the pamphlets were put together by this Edward guy. He seems to be really interested in history and archaeology. Various pamphlets on the history of Willow Creek. The river nothing really interesting. All of the pamphlets were put together by this. If they'd been available in a series back then, Samuel wouldn't have had to have bothered with all the murders. Hi, huh? The sign? Please don't talk to the staff. Oh, right. Strange guy. Probably not even a real cop. What does it say there? I love blood and kill me. And what's that? Take my soul. Are those plaster casts of Murray's ass, which he's selling as death masks? I don't really know what to find more shocking. That Murray's made replicas of Dr. Herman's severed head, or that someone has bought one of them. Who the hell buys this crap? Those are the old things from the Museum of Local History. They used to be in here. The Gordon Chronicle was in here. The note says that it's been removed from the museum by request of the Gordon family. The Lighthouse in Miniature, hand-blown by Murray's Arts and Crafts Group. Hey, that's me. Wanted, dangerous arsonist. The American tourist Darren Michaels is strongly suspected of committing arson. Witnesses who can supply information on the course of events on the evening of the fire are still needed. Every clue counts. All that's missing now is a bounty on my head. A replica of Miss Valley's burnt corpse. This really goes beyond the bounds of good taste. Couldn't someone sue Murray for such tastelessness? It's got Diary of a Murderer written on it, in bloody writing. Yeah, right. The chains and meat hooks are just for decoration, because they're so pretty. There was a mysterious black ball in this cabinet, until Angelina stole it in order to open a portal to Mordred. Dr. Heinz Herman's bone-sawing utensils. Murray's murder marketing certainly takes on a variety of forms. Well, compliments to Murray for coming up with the idea in the first place. That's the fence that William Gordon fell on from the window. And Samuel, too, a few weeks later. The system for the sound effects. The pictures are of the murder scenes. This is the lighthouse where Miss Valley was killed. That's the back of Blackmere Castle, the place where the gardener died 12 years ago. The picture's been used a lot by the newspapers and for postcards. The stone circle. That's where Vic, Miss Valley's little brother, was murdered. You can get that in poster format in the hotel. That's Vic Valley. He was found dead in a stone circle 12 years ago. Hopefully, his sister never saw him here. Dr. Herman's death scene, director's cut, the endless version. If Herman hadn't been killed by Samuel, he probably would have been Murray's #1 goremeister by now. My father, Samuel Gordon, portrayed as a bloodthirsty murderer. I never met him, but somehow I can understand him now. That'll be a torture mask with spikes on the inside. I wonder where Murray got that from. An old bureau. Why's that here? Was someone murdered on it? Or with it? The sensational part of the museum used to be behind this wall. No idea why Murray walled it up. Perhaps to save on heating costs? A big wooden chest with a padlock and a slot in the lid. There's a label on the front. Please donate for the bereaved of the brutally murdered dead. There is no way I'm gonna donate, even if Murray's watching with his camera. He'll understand. She doesn't seem to be in. The constable's convertible. Equipped with regulation light and repair kit. I'm sure Zach won't mind if I borrow his repair kit. Hey, where's that skinhead gone? Can I ask you something briefly? Where's Spooner?
He's taken the rest of the day off. I think the accident at the castle has taken it out of him.
Poor guy. Do you have any idea where Matt went to? I didn't see him in the village.
He was in the pub yesterday, but where is he today? Don't know. You could submit a missing persons report.
In the next life, maybe. Constable, do you know what I'm doing right now? I'm looking for demonic portals. They were built here before the Holy Ghost had even dared think of Jesus.
Ah, yes. Well, happy hunting.
Goodbye, Constable. I'm not going back there voluntarily. Still closed. Doctor?
What's troubling you, Adrian?
This curse, it really exists.
Adrian, you mustn't convince yourself of that kind of thing.
I've officially lived in the castle since this morning, and we've just had our first death. A workman. That just can't be a coincidence.
Oh.
Catch you later.
Take care.
No, I think I should let Denise work in peace now. How you doing?
Wonderfully. What can I do for you, sir?
You and Denise are engaged.
Yes. Our families have been friends for generations. We spent our childhood together, and we will spend the rest of our lives together, God willing.
God willing. And you? Is that what you want?
Of course. Denise's father has already made me manager of the cafe.
Well, that's certainly a reason.
It's a huge responsibility, but waiting tables means a lot to me. It gives me great joy to serve our customers.
Let me guess. You'd rather have become a butler.
Indeed, sir. But the position in the castle was already taken. Besides, Denise's father needed a successor for his business.
You actually wanted to work in Blackmere Castle?
Yes, sir. But her ladyship chose Sally instead of me. I still don't understand why.
Sally lost her life in the fire. You should be happy you didn't get the job.
Perhaps, sir, if you say so.
Have you ever been in the local museum?
I'm very interested in museums of all kinds, especially ethnology and history, sir. But this thing here in Willow Creek really can't be described as a museum. It's much more of an omnium gatherum of unworthiness.
You've been in it?
Yes, a couple of years ago, when there were a few real exhibition pieces in it.
I'd better be going.
Please do us the honor again soon, sir.
No matter how big my problems are, if I walk through this door, they'll multiply drastically. I've no idea where that path leads before I get myself lost in the woods. I can use the hose to suck the gas out of the tank. I have a can, too. Let's do it. The can is half full. That should be enough. The tank's empty. That seals the car's fate, then. The tank's empty. That seals the car's fate, then. I'll pay Phil a social visit. He's been locked up down there for 3 days now. Whoa, jeez! Phil is dead. I can't tell how he died. Maybe it's my fault. Anyway, I locked him up and maybe he died from extreme hunger and thirst. But wait a second. I locked the cellar door when I left, and it was open when I came back. Someone must have been here in the meantime. No. Phil locked me in this compartment. No wonder I couldn't open the door. The padlock looked... A pile of junk. If ever I need anything like that, I'll know where to come. full. It's pretty heavy. I have discovered Durgam's secret. These mattresses look as if generations of Gordons have died on them. I'm not touching them. Oh look, green ghost lamps. Very homely.